the last 8 weeks now, I've been living on a monopod, blocking the access road that MVP is trying to use to construct their Mountain Valley Pipeline project through Peters Mountain, aka the Hellbender Liberation Zone. A couple days ago, I had the really wonderful morning experience of waking up to hearing people below saying, "They put up another sit. Where is it? It's on the road." And I found out soon after that Fern had gone into a skypod, which is a different kind of blockade from a monopod. It doesn't involve a pole, but it still involves anchors that support it that are running down to lines near the road, which means that someone can't tamper with those lines or get a machine through that part of the road without endangering the safety and the life of the person who's occupying the blockade. The blockade is between me and the top of the mountain on the same road, which that basically means that if this isn't here anymore, they will have access to more of the road because this is further down than the skypod that Fern is in, but the road itself and that access route to the easement and to the top of the mountain is still blocked. I couldn't think of a more powerful example of how this is a continuing fight made up of so many actions, that this isn't about this one action or me or what I'm doing. It's about stopping this pipeline. It's about confronting the forces behind this pipeline, and it's about people continuing to work together to support each other in that and build actions and tactics that support each other and reinforce each other. In the last several weeks, of course, there's been things that have been wearing and difficult, and living with cops and MVP security underneath me all the time, isolated in a certain way, although fortunately not really that extremely from friends and supporters, and not eating more than a small meal in a month, and food ran out on May 19th. Those things are hard, but I've also been so glad to stay when I hear about people, not just in the neighboring counties who've been so supportive from the start, or in so-called Virginia and West Virginia, but other places in the world fighting extraction and fighting all kinds of struggles. I think the hardest thing is really not being able to walk around or move in a larger space for so long. I've been really lucky to be feeling fairly well throughout this, and I think that's been in large part a psychological thing due to the amazing amounts of support and to being able to be a part of a powerful struggle. But I think I'll probably find out exactly how much weaker I've gotten once I start trying to walk around, but that has been a concern. There's a point beyond which I don't think it would be safe to stay here, because I wouldn't be able to respond effectively in the case of there was an emergency with the rigging or with the pod in some way. The fact that Fern is now there makes a big difference in the decision of trying to feel all right with ending this, even though that's still a really painful decision, and I'm not even sure what to tell people about it other than to keep emphasizing that this was never about this one thing, and I know that we're going to keep fighting, and I hope that we're going to keep growing. This is a really important place, and this is a really important point of intervention, and I think can be impacting communities in Appalachia and the region and ecologies and water, but this is also just a small part in the global fight against extraction and what the forces of capitalism and colonialism and the state are doing to the world and to people and to all of these wild places. And I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't really try to predict it even. I just try to focus on what we can be doing now in every moment, but also know that this pipeline fight isn't the beginning of anything, and however it ends, it's not going to be the end of anything, while there's still structures that keep proposing pipelines, and it's not done until all that is destroyed, and it's not done until colonialism is destroyed, and white supremacy is destroyed, and patriarchy is destroyed. MVP is putting the bill for the basically large cop encampment that's been set up beneath me for many weeks now. The Forest Service, they've been imposing closures that keep people from being able to hike up to the blockade, to support what's been happening. And they've been, of course, blocking supplies. They've been clearly acting as the enforcers of MVP, and though, of course, it sucks that they're doing something like denying me food and supplies, I don't think that's the real issue with the Forest Service here. The issue is the existence of Forest Service law enforcement. Their role is to act as enforcers for these companies, just like the role of police is to act as enforcers for institutional power and institutionalized oppression and exploitation. I don't really want them to ameliorate the conditions or change slightly how they're treating people on this mountain. They shouldn't exist, and neither should the police. What I do want to keep emphasizing to people, though, is that I think that the specifics of my treatment here are so much less important than both the struggle to end the existence of police and the struggle to stop this entire pipeline project. And I hope folks focus on that. In the past weeks, as I've continued to be up here and as I've continued to decide to stay longer and longer, as I've stayed longer, that's made it possible for more people to connect with this struggle. Every day that I've been up here has been another day when someone gets to hike up and see what direct action against this pipeline can look like. And there's been times when I've been wondering how long I should go on, and then the next day some kids come up and get to run around in the woods and see what's going on and have that experience. So this has lasted this long. What I expect to happen when I come down, or what seems most likely at this point, though I certainly don't trust the cops. I've been hearing repeatedly that I'm just going to be cited or given some sort of paper legal and then taken to the hospital, which I don't really think I necessarily need to go to, but do certainly prefer it to jail. I'm really looking forward to get to talk to friends face to face, be in contact with people I haven't really been able to be in touch with, find out what's been happening here in this struggle as well as in other things.